I wanted to tell you a story about a ringtail that we captured in Twin Falls and successfully released. It's only the 5th ever confirmed observation of a ringtail in Idaho, and it's a pretty fun story. So it all started when Amalgamated Sugar factory, which is located south of Twin Falls, called to report a ringtail at their facility.
The ringtail cat showed up one evening. An employee was in our extract building. That next morning we did call the Fish and Game and got with Lynn to be able to come out here and try to find a trap for it. So we definitely wanted to further our relationship with the Fish and Game and get that cat found for them. Over there it's a little dustier, so we started seeing tracks on that side of the world, and so we started getting interested in the people were tracking his footprints and trying to figure out where he was at, and it was kind of fun. The light on people's face actually when we caught it was kind of fun, just to see such a small creature and such, it just something you don't normally see on an everyday life.
We set live traps, and after several days of attempting to catch it, were successful, and we brought it back to our regional office, where we decided not to chemically immobilize it because processing would be fast. All we needed to do was take a very small tissue clip of the top of the ear for DNA, so we can later look at where it came from. And then we also put a very small metal ear tag on its ear. We put it on its right ear, and hoping that if it comes back into Twin Falls and it gets sighted, we would know that it's the same individual, because you can see that ear tag is visible even from a little bit of a distance. We brought it to an area south of Twin Falls that has everything it needs as far as habitat. It has trees and shrubs for it to climb in and hunt in, and it has a creek nearby where it can also hunt and find prey, and then it also has rock outcroppings for it to find shelter and hide from predators. They are habitat generalists because they eat a lot more than just small rodents. They'll eat fruit and insects and amphibians if they can find them, and they primarily are active at night, which explains why they have such large eyes and ears. That aids them in their ability to navigate in the dark. And while a lot of people refer to them as ringtail cats, they're actually not a cat at all. They're more closely related to raccoons and coatis than they are cats, even though they look like a cat and move like a cat. So as you can see, we successfully captured and released the ringtail, and were able to get some data from it. And working with Amalgamated, who were a great partner, we were able to document important information on this species. And the last request is to, if anybody in southern Idaho or the Magic Valley sees a ringtail, especially if you can get a picture, please report those observations to your local Fish and Game office. Thank you.